Yes then peeps, how we all doing? Got something a little bit different for you today, doing an art stream of a portrait that I'm working on, so I hope you enjoy. There we go. So one of the reasons why I like to start off with a general sort of underdrawing is so that I can focus on the actual painting itself. Now I've got this image of a lady sleeping. Thinking about composition, I want there to be kind of space in and around this area. I want it to create a little bit of interest. I didn't want to put it slap bang in the middle, upright, looking straight at us. I wanted it at an angle. So I've just kind of drawn this in, and I'm going to just add a few sort of lines just to kind of figure out where the hair's going to sit, because the lady's sitting on a pillow, but you're not going to be able to see the pillow in this. I just find it a little bit easier with an underdrawing. I know that everything's in the right place. I've got good sort of angle in the face. Generally, you want to kind of think about the triangle. So this is foreshortened here from the right eye to the nose, just because the model is led down on their face, on their side. Now, all I'm going to be using for this today is just some burnt sienna. I've got a little bit of cephalo oil and some titanium white as well. Not really thinking about the detail too much. So I want to know what your processes are. You know, let me know how you generally do things. Is painting something you get involved in? Is it not? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what's happening. So I'm also using some white spirits just to kind of drag out a little bit too much on the brush there to drag out that tone. Like I said, I'm not trying to be neat with it. It doesn't matter at this stage. I'm just wanting to really put some of this base tone in, you know. Now, I'm definitely no Bob Ross. Definitely no Bob Ross. I'm doing I'm doing an art degree, I have to admit, but I'm learning. You know, it's all a process. Right now, I'm just thinking about where those darker areas are. Dark in it, just like that. Down here too. It's a little bit too dark, that tone. So I'm just going to use a little bit of white spirits just to kind of knock that down a touch. So it looks like there's a deep triangle here, leads down to that area. We've got a slightly darker area just above the eyebrow here, just like that. And in the hairline at the top here, we want to get a bit of darker tone in there. It seems just a little bit darker just in this triangle here. So I'll just drag that tone in there. So I'm keeping my strokes very, very fluent. Again, I'm really not trying to go in very detailed. At the moment, I just want to get the lights and the darks in. And then this is going to give us a really good foundation to work on later on. Just around the eye here, there seems to be a triangle, just like that. Just meets up with the corner of the eye. shadow in. Tone's a little bit too dark there, so again, I'm going to go in with my white spirit just to erase it, like that. Making a little bit of a mess as we go along, but that's what it's all about, isn't it? So there we go, there we go. And as you can see, it's really starting to flesh out now. Really starting to flesh out. There are a few areas that I think I need to erase to create the shape in the head, in the forehead area. Just like here. There's that dip that leads on to that sort of darker shadow. I just want to go in and just erase that. There. And then my reference is saying that there's also some dark in here that leads down to the center. Center of the mid-brow. Just get that in there. Just like that. Kind of that shape. Just drag this out. That. Then that triangle of the hair kind of meets up with it in there. Just like that. Awesome. Awesome. So it's really starting to take form now. Really starting to take shape. And all we're doing, like I said, we're just using a little bit of burnt sienna, some white spirits, a little bit of cephalo oil. We're just putting in those darks just to kind of start to flesh out the piece. Like I said in the beginning, like I really wanted it to look like the viewer is looking down on the person. This is why I've got this angle, taking the picture of my model where my camera just froze then. Yeah, taking the picture of the model so that you've got the right side of their face really obscured, very foreshortened. All this here is in light. And then the next stage of this painting is that we're going to start putting our midtones in and our lights. Now the colours that I'm going to go for them, I'm just going to keep it simple. I've seen an artist that I follow, Stefan on Instagram, uses this kind of method alongside some whites and greys, and it really gives a traditional feel. So I just thought I'd have a little go at that. You know, I've got an art Instagram account. It's JCV_arts. So you can go and check that out if you want to see some of the other work that I'm doing. I'm doing studying a BA at the moment in fine art, and I'm just learning. You know, I'm just learning. I'm just trying to figure out my processes. I'm trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. And, you know, I feel like this kind of thing, this is really good, just base sort of sketch almost with the paint. Again, like I said, I'm not really trying to figure out any kind of detail. I'm just trying to get the definition in there by putting in the darks, by putting in the lights. I want to thank everyone for kind of joining me in this session today. It's a little bit of a shorter one, I have to admit, but I've got a few things to kind of get on with work-wise as well. I've got a university exhibition coming up, and I'm tackling some themes of life and death and epidemics, and I've been researching some mass graves as well. So if you want to kind of follow on with some of that work, you can check out my Instagram. Again, it's JCV_arts, ARTS. And yeah, just come along on this adventure for me. Today I just wanted to do something for myself. I just wanted to get back into painting. I haven't painted for a little while. And yeah, I'm glad that people that could come along on this journey with me. And yeah, I hope to catch you in the next one, peeps. So in the meantime, you take it easy. I'm going to let this dry out a little bit before I carry on working. I feel like we've got a really good base at the moment. And yeah, we'll go from there. Peace. So there we go. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you liked it, please give it a like. Maybe think about giving a sub. Let me know what you're up to today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.